Did you hear about all those people who were raped? One after another, so many of them came forward to tell their stories. They were young. They thought this would be good for their future. They had no reason to doubt what they were doing. And yet, they ended up scarred for life. The victims lived with their secret for years, in some cases even believing that they themselves caused it to happen. It had been going on for decades, but the public ignored the stories. It didn't matter how many accusations popped up, too many people looked the other way. They had grown up with this institution. They had too many good memories. Plus these victims probably had ulterior motives. Maybe they wanted money or just, their 15 minutes in the spotlight. At worst, the victims were just exaggerating. After all, we were talking about a moral authority. You were supposed to show your respect. Even when you heard some unpopular ideas, you knew they had to be said. You just smiled and nodded along. And you couldn't wait to share this legacy with your own children. And then more awful stories began to pile up. It became impossible to ignore. There were cover-ups. Details were hidden. Payments were made in the hopes that the victims would just go away. But you can't hide that many accusations. And then the dam burst. Too many people spoke up, even though they had nothing to gain. The statute of limitations may have expired, so it's not like they were going to make any money off of this, but the truth needed to be heard. They didn't care about the backlash. And now we know the truth. The details are public, even though they tried so hard to keep them private. There were even admissions of guilt. If you had any doubts before, you should have no doubts anymore. And yet, there are still people out there who will rationalize the problems, as if they're isolated incidents. They'll try to point out all the good times and the positive values as if they can be separated from the crimes. That's dishonest, of course. This is all part of a pattern. You can't ignore it or look away. We should all be appalled by anyone who tries to defend the institution's legacy. Everyone just needs to accept that and walk away. But enough about the Catholic Church. My name is Hemant Mehta and I write at friendlyatheist.com. What do you want to see a video about? Let us know in the comments below and we'll be sure to check it out. And don't forget to subscribe.